All right, Titans, you're up. And everybody told me that Prismatic Titan was feeling kind of mid. Well, I don't believe that at all because I'm running around punching using Skullfort, baby. We haven't used this for a very long time. And I'm telling you, I was just running around. If I didn't have a diamond lance in my hand, I was punching something. And it felt so good to have unlimited amounts of melee energy using the thunderclap. It's just, let me just break it down for you real quick. Now, first of all, I know people are probably wondering why I have these weapons on. You can run whatever weapon you want. I'm liking Gsxrclyde. I'm liking Indebted Kindness. Marcado's really great because it has Demolitionist Onslaught, and I'm playing into using dark weapons and light weapons because of my abilities are not giving me that transcendent energy. My weapons will finish it. Look at this transcendent uptime. Look what happens when a Titan gets full transcendence and starts ripping it. All those enemies getting chained by your abilities and your weapons, and the uptime is insane. And it takes me about 30 to 40 seconds. Well, I'm not gonna put a timer on it, but I get it back pretty quick with the light and dark. I was messing around with this build all day, and I realized that people don't have certain weapons that I was using, so I wanted to pick one that you can get out of the kiosk. Gsxrclyde is really great for this because it's going to spawn those diamond lances, because if you use a stasis weapon, it's going to play into that. So not only are your glacier nades going to spawn the diamond lances, but your stasis weapons will as well. I'm using the Indebted Kindness for a light weapon, and the Marcado is just really nice because I can enhance the perks now. I didn't even know you could do this, but the Demolitionist Onslaught works well together to play back into my grenade energy. The whole build is based off of getting your abilities back huge. Now, I know you want an exotic class item like this one. Let's put it on real quick. I just got it, my last run. Spirit of Immos Light and Spirit of Synthoceps. Most people don't have time to get these class items yet, or they don't have two people to play with. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think about that new dual destiny. Is it cool to play by yourself and farm chests, or are you mad like everybody else that it's a duo activity? I think it's great. It's one of the best activities I've played in a while, so let me know. Anyways, we're going to be messing with these class items more and break the builds down, but what if people don't have them, or you're just not really feeling it? Consecration Titan's really busted right now, and other things, but I wanted to give you guys this to just start off. Twilight Arsenal is just fun because it weakens targets, and I get to run around with axes. Gonna be running thrusters just because it's quick and easy for movement. Thunderclap or Skullfort, Glacier Grenade, obviously. Knockout is huge. It's gonna give you that healing. You can run something else, but again, I felt like Knockout was just keeping me amplified at all times. When you're amplified, you're gonna take less damage. We'll get to that later. And then Diamond Lance is huge. You just know that you're making these crystals and picking it up non-stop. Going into the fragments, we got Courage. Pretty much if you're not using this on most of your builds, you're throwing. So Courage is Arc, Solar, and Void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with darkness debuffs. That is slow, freeze, sever, suspend, or unravel. Well, I'm slowing a lot of stuff, and I could get unravel, but I'd have to change some mods around, so we're just going to stick with the slow and the freeze. Pretty much it's going to juice my abilities by 15%. Purpose, I did not want to run this at first, so I do want to give you guys some different fragments you can run. Justice, I was using while Transcendent because I get it a lot. Your ability Final Bows Explode. The reason why I took Justice off is because when I was in Transcendence and I was suspending with the nade and it was jolting, I'd go to do Thunderclap and the enemies would die and I'd miss out on that melee, so I took it off. Again, you could switch this out with whatever you want, but Purpose is great because it's going to give me an overshield on every single orb I pick up. I'm on Void, so it's going to give me an overshield. It's going to heal me. Protection, huge. Surround me, I dare you. I'll freeze you and I'll hit you with the Thunderclap. Duh. Balance is amazing. This is where we play into the darkness damage to get that grenade back, that Glacier Grenade. Rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy. I don't need that. Rapidly defeat targets with darkness damage grants me grenade. I need that. Give me that. I'll take it all. And then huge here with Ruin, increases the size, the damage of the Shatter and the Stasis Crystals. We're going to be using those crystals. We're going to be using that. We're going to be combining it with our Stasis weapon, the Scepter. We're going to be using the Diamond Lances. We're going to be using the Glacier Nades. This explosion, you definitely feel it. Now, before we get into the build, I want to talk about more about why the artifact mods matter. Shield Crush and Transference, huge. Shield Crush is going to give me, when I have an overshield, my melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. I'm going to take that free melee damage. While I'm amplified or radiant, which I will be, your grenade charges faster and deals increased damage. I don't need it to do more damage, but I need it to recharge. Huge. Transference, gain increased grenade and melee damage while transcendent. Yes, please. I'll take that one. And then weapon final blows when you're transcendent, refund light and dark energy after transcendent ends. That's huge, but I really wasn't using my weapons. I was mainly just using my abilities. Play into the galvanic armor. You're always going to be amplified because of knockout, so I'll take less damage. Radiant orbs, I'm picking those up all the time. Here's where we're going to flip the build a little bit. Let me finish these and I'm going to tell you how you can flip this build and get this to proc all the time. Every time you defeat a weakened target, it provides an overshield. We'll get to that. Creeping Chill. If you are using a stasis weapon, take advantage of this. Stasis weapon final blows, slowed frozen targets, create that slow burst. I was actually using this with Scepter, and that's why I changed it, because it was great. It was using the Diamond Lance, the Scepter, the artifact perk, slowing more targets so I can just hit them with that thunderclap, make more orbs. Unfortunately, in this clip you're about to see of me using Scepter, I still had my stasis siphon on, so I wasn't making plenty of orbs like I should have. So make sure when you're using Scepter, you have the stasis siphon on, so you're making orbs on those multi-kills so you get more overshield. So now let's show you the variant. That's right, we're gonna run around with this build. You already seen the footage, you know it's cooking, but we're gonna add Devour to it. Buried Bloodline is absolutely amazing for this build. Multiple final blows with this weapon grant Devour, and if you have the Catalyst, while Devour is active, this weapon weakens, so you can even take your damage to the higher level. I understand that people don't have this, that's why I wanted to give you the Scepter's variant. If you do run this variant, make sure that you have on the call or some sort of dark weapons so that you can get the light energy from your sidearm and your melees and the dark energy from your abilities to freeze and your weapon. Call is huge because it's a rocket sidearm. It has one for all. I use one for all lid from gold. I shoot 3 targets, I get 35% damage boost. I'll take that. So easy kills. You're not running around with the primary because sometimes in endgame the primary feels a little weak. So again, just wanted to give you guys some easy setup on either both variants, whatever you like. Going into our armor mods, we're going to have hands-on, we're going to be melee and everything, make those super energy come into. Strand Siphon if you're using the strand weapons, or Stasis weapon if you're using those. Heavy-handed is huge because when you're making those orbs from your thunderclap kills, you are going to get the radiant orbs, you're going to get the overshield, play into that. Impact induction I use to get my grenade back. Remember, the main thing about this build is getting your grenade back as fast as you can because you already have an unlimited melee amount. Fastball's up to you. Going into the boots, recuperation, innervation, health, grenade. Thank you, I'll take it. Run scavs for whatever weapons you're running, or surges, doesn't matter. Playing into our class item, we're going to use grenade cooldown, double bomber, and powerful attraction because if there's any orbs around us, we want to pick them up so we keep getting that overshield. Other than that, it's a pretty simple loop on how to play with this. Just keep those abilities going, throw your nades, throw your diamond lances. I feel like I always had a diamond lance in my hand and I always had a thunderclap ready to go. If you're looking to do DPS with this build, because this build is really ad clear for all the activities that came out, and you want to do damage like the Witness, look for a Titan exotic class item that has Spirit of the Star Eater and Spirit of the Eternal Warrior. Eternal Warrior, you gain weapon bonus damage when your super ends, and it has to match your subclass, so take advantage of that 25%. Also, throwing your axes with ×6 Star Eater at the Witness is going to weaken him for your team, and also it's going to do a decent amount of damage. DPS weapons I suggest, go get this Microcosm Trace Rifle. It cooks. It's like the community's Thunderlord. Easy clap, but I just wanted to throw another scenario in there as well. Enjoy the build. I got more Titan builds coming. I got that juicy class item. We're going to make some consecration stuff, but man, if you just want to play around and have fun with this, unlimited overshields and freeze everything and pull out that old skull fort that we haven't used for years, enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. 239. Three, 5, 6.
Three, 5, 6.
When you are making more diamond lances, you are making a kinetic, Destructive Devour. Get this going. Some of that going. Transcendence is always full. Four, 5, 9. Not bad.